Connection established. Doc, I think we have... I had hoped you'd be the first one to try this. Me and the Doc have everything set up for you. Mari says this modified lounger will work like it's a simulation. But are you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
Just lie down.
Right.
Initiating brainwave migration between the program and the host. Connection established.
Hello, can you hear me? Excellent. The simulation appears to be working, just as Dr. Amari said it would. The following occurred in the months leading up to the Great War over 200 years ago, when the fear of nuclear annihilation was growing ever more prominent. You'll be witness to the origins of the Brotherhood of Steel and how Captain Roger Maxon, ancestor of Arthur Maxon, came to be its founder and first High Elder. See if you can find the first event node I've set up for you. Should be just ahead.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Another batch of prisoners so soon? I could have swore we were at capacity already.
Commie sympathizers, probably. Or worse, deserters.
Why don't you ask them?
Decorum, Sergeant. These prisoners are under our protection. Besides, Alec, you might have gone AWOL too without that tin can to protect you.
Oh, what, this old thing? My Uncle Sam gave it to me. You hear that, comrade? Made in America.
Many in the Brotherhood of Steel can trace their ancestry back to the military grunts serving at Mariposa. In this, they take great pride. Roger Maxon was second in charge of a security team assigned to guard Mariposa. The Codex doesn't explicitly tell us what year Roger was born. We can assume he must have been about 27 years old at the time, given the median age of captains serving in the U.S. Army before the Great War. The men serving under Roger Maxon likely fought alongside him during the Resource Wars. Needless to say, they would have harbored no love for the communist Chinese or those who sympathize with them. Construction on California's newest military base began in October 2076. Someone high up in Washington must have had a reason for speeding things up, because it was completed no more than a few months later.
Would test subject 119 please step forward? That one.
Your cooperation is requested. Do not be alarmed.
Sergeant Planner,
Captain Maxon! Sir!
got a new group of prisoners coming in. Any room?
Yes, sir. Plenty of space for them.
You're at the end of a double shift, right?
Everyone would rather be at the front gate, and the other guys just don't like playing prison guard, sir.
Who did you relieve last night, Sergeant?
That would be Lieutenant Santangelo, sir.
As you were. And Planner? Radio me when they bring that prisoner back out.
Yes, sir.
And you were on guard duty last night?
Am I in trouble, sir? Colonel authorized me to take today off to work on the new suit. I thought maybe I could...
You're not in trouble, Lieutenant.
Phew, that's a relief.
Can you tell me if any of the scientists sent any prisoners back up to holding last night?
No, Captain. I don't think that happens anymore.
Ever?
I mean, I've never seen a prisoner come back up the lift. Well, then again, there was this one time the elevator broke and I fixed it in a valiant display of heroism. Other than that, though, no. The underground Einsteins must have a lot of space down there.
Could you do me a favor, Lieutenant?
Captain?
I want you to ask the other guards about the last time they saw a prisoner leave the lower blocks. Could you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
Good. I'll check in with you later.
These suits were in... Look at that. A brand new suit of T-51B armor shipped straight from the factory. The 51s were the best line of pre-war armor. Some say the 60s were, purely because of the armor.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
Denied, Captain. I know what you're gonna ask, and I can't tell you any more than I already have. The less we ask, the less we leak out to the Chinese. Now, do you have any questions I can answer, Roger?
We keep bringing new prisoners onto the base, but the commissary says we aren't using any more food than we did a month ago. By my count, we should have been feeding 100 more mouths for the last month. Should I notify the...
You're clever, Maxon. I'll give you that. You should consider getting into politics, son. America loves a war hero. You know, those patriotic prisoners have volunteered to aid the defense of the United States in exchange for a reduced sentence. Given what's happening around Beijing, I'd say they're the lucky ones.
Colonel, we don't know what's happening below, but don't you think we could all be held responsible if...
Don't make me pull rank, son. If I knew anything, I couldn't tell you. So do ask, but don't investigate. You and the rest of your Alaskan band of brothers have one job. To keep your eyes fixed on that front gate. Lady Liberty wants us at the ready.
Yes, sir.
We few. We happy few.
The nature of what they were protecting was a closely guarded secret. But today, we know the truth all too well.
Damn it, Dr. Shellman. This is the 5th time you've changed the sedative, and they keep waking up. You need to rule out stress as a factor.
The Forced Evolutionary Virus, or FEV, was Mariposa's dark secret. Its effects can still be felt across the wasteland today.
Sir, Sergeant Planter is missing.
What?
Private Jensen went to relieve him from guard duty in the holding cells this morning. He wasn't there.
And the prisoners?
Secured. Sergeant Planter must be in the lower blocks, sir. With the scientists.
What? The lower blocks are completely off limits. What makes you think he'd be there?
We have this base locked down tighter than Fort Knox. He's got to be in the only place we don't have eyes.
Calling Dr. Anderson. This is Colonel Spindell. Dr. Anderson, this is Colonel Spindell. Please report. Dr. Von Felden, Dr. Anderson, this is Colonel Spindell. Report.
Sir, allow me to...
Captain, I want this base on lockdown until further notice. No personnel enters or leaves without my direct authorization. Do you understand?
Sir, I...
Dismissed, Captain.
We don't need to pussyfoot around this, Captain.
We did rule out every other possibility.
It's been 4 hours! Look, I get it. Those eggheads in the lower blocks don't like to socialize, but this is fucking ridiculous. We haven't heard a damn thing!
Yeah, but the orders are orders, and the Colonel...
Our brother is missing from what's supposed to be a secured military base. Captain, I don't understand why we aren't going apeshit right now.
The Colonel's acting commander. However, the ultimate authority does lie with Washington. The standing orders are to keep unauthorized personnel out of the lower blocks, so I suppose you could make the argument that...
Sergeant Allen. Quietly gather a few good men and meet me in the holding cells. Corporal Lyons, you go with him.
Yes, sir.
And Allen, bring Uncle Sam's tin can with you.
Yes, sir.
What's the meaning of this? Get out of here this instant!
Remain calm. This is military business.
Someone get the Colonel down here immediately. How did you get past the photonic resonance barriers? Who's the commanding officer here?
Captain Roger Maxon. Doctor, I believe one of our men might have stumbled into this part of the base. I'm here to retrieve him for punitive action. Then we'll be on our way.
Our work is classified beyond your pay grade, Captain. You do know you could be court-martialed just for looking at it.
For looking at what, exactly?
That's irrelevant. You're interfering with the security of the homeland, Captain.
Right now, you're interfering with the security of this base, Doctor, which is my responsibility. Now step aside and let us do our jobs.
What the fuck?
Doctor, where is the sergeant?
You goddamn motherless.
Stand down, soldier. We bring this to the Colonel immediately. Caramillo, go to the holding area and consolidate the surviving prisoners into half the cells. Allen, escort these men to the empty cells.
I can only imagine what was running through the minds of Maxon and his men when they discovered what they had been guarding. Maxon must have thought Anderson and the other scientists had gone rogue. An unauthorized experiment by mad scientists straight out of a horror show.
Roger Maxon. Captain, serial number 072389. I've started this log because it doesn't look good for any of us. but I'd like for people to know what really happened here. All hell broke loose when we finally discovered what those scientist bastards were up to. The colonel has locked himself in his office and seems to be having some sort of breakdown. The men are screaming for blood. They're looking to me for answers. I'm not sure what to do. Someone has to do something, though, before this place sinks into an anarchistic bloodbath. Every time we get a report from higher up, things get worse here. The war is going in a very bad direction, and this place is about to go into full mutiny with all the chaos that entails. I stopped one of the men from executing a scientist today and demanded that we interrogate them to find out what their orders were.
For the last time, Captain, I know what you saw, but believe me when I say it's not what you think. We could all be brought up on charges of treason if I say more. Does that not bother you? Fine. Let me put it to you this way, Captain. We're working to save the human species. That green goo, as you call it, allows us to seize control of our fate. We can control evolution, directed to save ourselves in this war. Imagine a world without fear of biological weapons. An American race whose potential is not hampered by flaws, but enhanced by them.
If that's true, then why not have a taste of your own medicine, Doctor? Maybe you'll be enhanced.
No, don't open that.
Why not? It's a cure. If it works, I'll make a toast to your good health and take a shot myself.
It's been unpredictable. We need to eliminate variables until we understand the effects better. Any one of the test subjects could be the key. We'll understand more after we...
After trial and error. With a couple hundred human lives. American lives.
These test subjects, they're suspected fifth columnists, deserters, conscientious objectors. Surely you, of all people, can see the debt they owe to men like you. Men who served.
Sure. No sense in letting them serve their time peacefully when they can act as empty chambers in your game of genetic Russian roulette. Who knew about this?
The entire research team, of course. I didn't deceive any.
My men. Who knew?
None of them, of course. We had strict protocols to prevent...
Our superiors. Which of them knew?
This project goes straight up to Washington. The president. I was following orders, just like you. I'm a soldier in a sense. A military man. Liar! If I die, you and your men will be... Please stop! Those eggheads got high on their own power and went rogue. I know it, you know it, everyone on this goddamn base knows it. And they've made us complicit.
If I may, I heard everything, Captain. Anderson was scared for his life. I believe what he said. As crazy as it sounds.
Captain Maxon.
Report.
Sir, we have a situation on level 3.
On my way.
How about we tossed you into that goo and watch you squirm? Our orders come from Washington. Bullshit. We have to put him down or else the brass will think we're in on it. He's right. Put him down. You're all blind. You think you'll win this war with your guns, but Washington knows it'll only be won with science. We are...
FEV really did have its roots in a cure. The Pan-Immunity Virion Project was intended to alter Americans at the genetic level so that they would become immune to enemy biological warfare. But eventually, the project became an attempt at playing God, remaking man at a genetic level. The vats at Mariposa were supposed to turn soldiers into superhuman killing machines. The scientists never managed to perfect the process, but the master did. I was only following orders, the excuse used by scientists for their experiments, the solace of Mariposa guards. It was the only thing they could use to defend themselves in the court of their own conscience. No other court would prosecute them.
I tell myself it was to keep him from causing a full mutiny among the men.
Sir,
But I'm not so sure.
come out here. I've done things that contradict protocols for dealing with suspected war criminals. You have to relieve me of my post to show the men that there's still some kind of order here. Washington hasn't said anything, sir. I don't think the brass can spare a general to come down here and clean up this mess. Robert, please say something. Sir, we're gonna knock down the door. If you can hear me, please stand back.
Roger. I'm sorry.
By killing the egghead, I seem to have confirmed my position as leader of the men. They follow me without question now. The interrogations invariably end up being executions. Shellman held out the longest.
No. We want the whole truth. At what point did you and your colleagues go rogue and decide to play mad scientist?
Let me ask you something. Do you think the new plague was a natural occurrence? Countless American civilians died because of that virus. It was Chinese biological warfare.
And how does that differ from the suffering you created with that man-made virus down in the vats?
In that we're saving the many by sacrificing the few. Do you think we relish our work, Captain? Most of my colleagues have been working on a cure for the new plague for 20 years and had nothing to show for it. That's 2 decades of pestilence. Thousands dead because of their failure. Our failure. The Black Death lasted half that time, you know. So, if we can't cure Chinese diseases, then the only recourse is to make ourselves immune to them. That is what the government asked for us to do, and that's what we did. What you call the green goo is our salvation.
No honorable government would sanction this.
You honestly think you're serving an honorable government? There's no honorable government in war, Captain. Our government decided to sacrifice a few deserters to stop a nationwide epidemic. How different is that from ordering a division of fine young men to die? I'm not proud of what I've done, Captain. Given the chance, I would do it again. Not because it's right, but because it's rightfully necessary. Our government is waging a war without precedent, a war for our very existence. They send you boys to fight and die to save our home. Well, they ask us to fight an invisible war, so that you have a home to come back to. If we refuse...
It's as if we killed them ourselves.
Captain.
I'm sorry, Dr. Shellman.
Me too.
base we haven't cracked yet, Captain.
So, this is a good news, bad news situation. I managed to hack the terminal, but, well, it likely alerted the scientists inside.
Look alive, everyone. The goal is to extract Sergeant Planter without injury. Lieutenant, on my mark. Breach in 5, 4, 3, 2...
He's alive! Sergeant Planter's going to be fine.
We've been incommunicado for days now, Sergeant. Nobody's calling, nobody's coming. Even black sites must report to someone.
You don't suppose they're planning to come and tie up loose ends?
At least we'd have some answers then. I think I know how to force a response from Washington. But first... Sergeant, I want you to take the transport to housing. Have everyone pack the necessities and move inside the base. Tell them whatever you want, but I want all of our families inside by nightfall.
Jesus, Captain. Are you...
The reality is we have absolutely no idea how this will play out, so I don't want them caught in a crossfire, or used as a bargaining chip. For now, we take a defensible position until we have a clear path forward. And in the meantime, if anyone asks, this is just a routine drill. Makes me sick involving our families in all this.
We know they're already involved, Captain. The men will stand behind your decision.
Ourselves to be in full desertion from the army and no longer under the government's command? What happens? Nothing. Something bad is coming down.
And something bad did come. On October 23rd, 2077, the Great War began and ended. The apocalypse. Humanity pushed back centuries as the slate was wiped clean by nuclear fire. Some places were spared in the conflagration. Mariposa was one of them.
I can't believe those bastards finally did it. Damn them all to hell. It seems inconceivable we weren't targeted.
The Mariposa military base was a black site that just entered service in January that year. Passed over in the initial strike, the men and women of the security team suddenly found themselves the heavily armed heirs of a brave new world.
Sergeant Planter volunteered to go outside today to take specific readings on the atmosphere. It seems the radiation hasn't spread this far. Since he was wearing his power armor, there was no threat to him from radiation. But if he had been exposed, he would have had to be exiled. We don't have adequate decontamination facilities here. I convinced the men we should bury the scientists. I don't know why. Perhaps it was to ease my conscience. I finally started to believe their stories. The last one was dying. My God. What have I become? I've recruited civilians to do jobs my soldiers are too busy to bother with. Many of them are skilled craftsmen, and I'm having them take what they need from the base. We can't leave more than a few automated defenses and force fields. Some of the kids are smart enough to train up as engineers for future use, like my son. I hope I'm not being one of those overly optimistic army dads when I say he has a gift for tuning laser weapons. Not a bad shot, either. The VATS make me uneasy. I'll have to hope the automated defenses can scare off interlopers, until China's next volley of missiles wipes this place off the map for good. This base belongs under a pile of rubble.
Maxon and his followers left the horrors of Mariposa behind and traded them for the horrors of the wasteland. Little did they know that the people responsible for the FEV were still very much alive. Fate would have it that they would cross paths again, but that is a story for another day.
Brothers and sisters, those of us who served at Mariposa learned something that should never be forgotten. We witnessed firsthand the recklessness man embodies when his science is allowed to outpace his morals. Those who called themselves our leaders checked their ethics at the door and let fear decide our future. Never again. The Great War has taught us that if we are to survive, mankind must learn restraint. Let future generations know that the penalty for not heeding this warning is an endless cycle of war. A man once said that the object of war is not to die for your country, but to make the other bastard die for his. It's a powerful sentiment, but it's not one I subscribe to. I think a great soldier is one who prays for peace, because it is the soldier who must bear the deepest wounds and scars of war. Dear brothers, I am sick and tired of war. Its glory is fiction. Its consequences, irreversible. War is only for those who have never fired a shot, or heard the groans and bloodied screams of the dying. Our brotherhood might have been born in Alaska, but it became a man at Mariposa.
After Maxon left the base, was torn apart by mutants. Then the Vault Dwellers set off a nuclear warhead inside the place. But Maxon did record his thoughts at the time. I also have access to his armor and sidearm that you saw in there. Neuroanalytics from the armor and genetic memory from blood samples on the gun helped me reconstruct the rest of it. As you saw, the Brotherhood was quite different at the start.
So that's it.
The Brotherhood you see here in the Commonwealth is just one of our chapters, and Arthur was just one of many elders with the name Maxon. although the West Coast chapter adheres to Maxon's ideals more closely than the East Coast. I hope you get a chance to see what California and the Mojave are like someday.
The Brotherhood's learned from the mistakes of the past, and offers us our best chance at a real future.
At least now you have a greater understanding of Roger Maxon. You may even know him better than some of the people in the Brotherhood. I have something else to share. I mentioned that I got some DNA from Maxon's sidearm and his power armor. Truth is, I borrowed them from the Brotherhood. I don't think the Quartermaster knew what they are. Must have thought they were just obsolete tech for the scrap bin. But I noticed that you have a knack for wearing power armor. And I think that you can appreciate the significance of Maxon's suit. It may not be a state-of-the-art T-60 like all the kids are wearing these days, but some of the old models are a bit more versatile. I'd rather see it with you than gathering dust in a Brotherhood storage locker.
Hey there.
Time to kick some ass.
Hold up a sec.
Got it.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
No. You still have to downgrade. Which, I mean, the new update, if you're on PC, you didn't really get anything, to be honest, so you may as well just downgrade and keep the mods you've been playing for since the game came out. I'm pretty sure the mod pack actually has the downgrader inside of it now.
Inside until a storm blows over.
Hey there.
Love running around in power armor.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to...
Go ahead.
I need you to get out of here.
Roger that.
I'm a mighty, mighty man. I'm in my prime. Yeah. I'm in my prime.
Complex systems fail in complex ways.
Hey.
What's up? Commonwealth Savings Bank of McCready, open for business.
Hey.
Yes?
Hey, need protection?
Hola, carne asada.
Yeah, it's a good looking game.
Must have been quite a shock coming out of the vault to find everything looking like this.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why it always gets so much hate. It's pretty good. The story, like, sucks, obviously, but the main story and pretty much all of them suck. I guess except for New Vegas had the better options and shit like that, but I don't know. Its map's good, and the mechanics and feel smooth. Are you playing the game no mods? Yeah, it's not bad then. The DLC is pretty good. The main story, I mean, you could pretty much just go until you get into the Institute. So you kinda have a leg in on all the factions before you have to decide which one you want to stay with. Because you get some good stuff. Like the Institute has like a ton of good shit for building. With just stuff you can break down, I guess. A lot of scopes and shit like that. Yeah, definitely sucks.
Alright, let's go.
Come on, leave it.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do with this one. I'm just kind of like staying in them all right now until I do the sim settlements. Because there's a part where you're fighting the gunners and you need help from like everybody.
Hey.
Back already? How's the old boozer faring these days? And who's the little lady? Gracious, she looks in a bad way.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's working on that. I mean, they might be, I guess, but yeah, that map is like super good. Kinda it sucks that it's wasted on that game. It's probably like the best map so far.
I know you've got other things to worry about. She's hurt pretty bad, but I can help her through this. Please, leave her with me. Before you go, though, if you happen to have or find some dog food or fresh meat, I know little Cola here would appreciate it. I knew this real prissy Brahmin baron once. Never met a man who took so much pride in selling cow dung.
Hi.
I'm running low on food for little Cola.
In this game,
Really use anything you have to
I
spare.
don't remember that at all.
Sure. Here you go.
Oh, much obliged, much obliged. This'll do nicely. Say thank you, little Cola.
Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed. A new time.
Yeah, they are pretty annoying. And they always like hit you super hard.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Depends, like, for the way they set the game up, I guess they work. Because, like, all the other Fallouts, the way the perks are, it's not just, like, a bunch of ones you're dumping points into. Well, they have, like, your medicine and your repair and shit like that. It's not just, I don't know, they simplified it a lot in this. Which is why a lot of people hated it.
What brings you to me today? Found you.
I'm looking for some firepower.
Sure, I've got something.
Uh-huh.
Well, that didn't work.
Let me see what you have.
Be my guest.
Oh yeah, that's what I got it on. I think I got Game of Year edition. It was on for like $13 or less. Can't even remember. It's always super cheap. And I mean the mods on PC, it doesn't even compare. Especially with something like Nexus. Get just one-click downloads for like whole mod collections. Not too sure. I'm sure you can mod it on that, but not too sure on how that would go. Ah, okay, yeah. Been there. Yeah, so did mine. Oh, to be honest, but I don't know. Play like crappy, like League of Legends or something on it. That's pretty funny. Just get her a PlayStation controller and hook it up. All those games come to PC anyway, like a year or two later. Probably start coming sooner. It is nice on PS5, but you can just get an SSD on your PC. It's gonna be just as fast, if not faster. Yeah, exactly. You can just pick and remove parts and do whatever. Yeah, exactly. The important, that and the CPU. Well, you probably still would have to save up to get a decent one. The PS5 is still cheaper. Could have got a lot of the parts though, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
We should take cover.
Yeah, definitely. And the quality would probably be better. Yeah, it's with the texture. There's optional mods at the end, which are just basically the high res textures. Everything like that, it's like 170 gigs. So, if you're thinking about downloading it. Yeah.
Time to kick some ass.
You know, it is that Call of Duty storage size, but the amount of content in this compared to Call of Duty is that 100 and all the size and CODs, like, was that all Warzone basically? Wasted. The game is so bad. What a waste, I can't even actually get in there. Yeah, I gave up on that game, like, probably after Black Ops 4. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. I did, but I can't remember. I think I just did for zombies at that point. But then in that, it was getting kind of weird. (2019) definitely makes no sense, considering the studios are pretty good. Especially how Ango. Like, what? That just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't think Call of Duty's worth it. I'm glad I got a PC.
You're with the Minutemen, right?
I'll get everything. And Nintendo too. I don't have Nintendo, but on PC it's everything's.
The Minutemen. Sure.
If more.
Our goal's a common problem.
We're usually.
I'm on it.
I'll be glad to.
Right.
Yeah, they're like the worst, really, as far as like consumer goes. Holy, but I don't know. I don't buy any of their games.
Do you believe in aliens?
Sure.
Yeah, I had one too. I got the
Before
OLED.
the war, the military used those big
I just got it for like Zelda basically, then sold it. Then, oh, I could just play this on my PC. 60 FPS, 4K. I don't have to pay for Nintendo Online to get, to be able to save on the cloud or something? What? So dumb. Yeah, they are pretty bad. PlayStation did have it pretty good when it was free online. Back in the PS3, then they got hacked. We're down for like fucking 2 months. That was, yeah, the end of that.
Got it.
You're so smart. Why am I kicking your ass? You hit like a rad roach. And that's another win for Team Human.
You, stop. Come to the mine.
Maybe it'd be better if I could move down a little.
I need your help to escape. I need your help to escape. Sorry, who are you? My name is Rob, and I'm the only survivor of this godforsaken place. I've been alive and monitoring the surface as it all went to hell.
Most people in your condition would have given up. I just wanted to hear your story.
I'm not most people. I'm one tough son of a bitch and stubborn as hell. But I've had enough of this place, and I want a better life.
A better life? It's a living hell up there.
So? You think it's a fucking picnic down here? Alone for 200 goddamn years? I want out.
Depending on what you need, I may be able to help.
Fuck yeah. The commander of the National Guard Armory put this place on lockdown. I can't get out of here without his passcode. It should be in his safe, in the back of his office.
Fine. I'll do it.
Great, let's get started. Just get the commander's passcode. Should be in the safe in his office. I knew you'd be back. Did you find the passcode? Can I get the... I knew you'd be back. Did you find the passcode?
Got it.
Can I get the fuck out of here now?
Oh, thank you for getting me out of there.
Right.
I noticed that I also have a lot of... Thank you for the help.
Never could wrap my head around all this science stuff.
I cleared out that spot you sent me to and set up a radio beacon there.
Great work. Malice set off as soon as you activate.
Sure.
Huh. You know,
Right.
But let's worry about that later. For now, you ready for the next locator beacon?
What did you need me to do again?
Have you seriously forgotten? You need to head to a location, clear it, drop a beacon. Just like you already did. You didn't hit your head or something, did you?
I'm ready.
Great. Here's the second beacon. Good luck.
Arturo.
Got some great stuff, if you're interested.
Let's see what you have.
Feel free to test the grips.
Yes?
Myrna.
You again. All right, got plenty of supplies.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Just don't call it...
Right.
I don't know why we let Valentine live in the city. He sleeps one or two people and everyone forgets about
You hear millions of people lived in Boston before the war.
Nothing to see here.
Crowded.
You have the right idea. You have the right idea. Only way to travel. Only way to travel.
Excuse me.
Hey, a new face. Welcome. Can't get into Diamond City? Don't worry, we'll get you all patched up and comfortable.
Nice to meet a friendly face.
It is at that. You're welcome here anytime if you need rest or medical care. There is one thing I have to say to anyone coming in for the first time, and it's our only rule for patients to follow. While in our care, I don't care if you're a ghoul, synth, super mutant, or even a centaur. All of our patients are under our protection and care. Please don't start any trouble while you're here, and we'll make sure no one starts trouble with you. With that out of the way, welcome to our hospice.
Your cause seems noble.
It's very kind of you to say. This group is held together by the ideals of altruism and mercy. Ideals that tend to be more mocked than praised.
Who are you? What are you doing out here?
We call ourselves Nightingales. Normally we travel the Commonwealth to wherever we might be needed, but we've been making camp here for months. We frequently work for free, but we survive well enough from donations and foraging. The guards here are all volunteers in service protection. Unfortunately, under the circumstances, we can't afford to waive fees. If you can't afford some procedures, best I can offer is a safe place to rest.
I'm just gonna take a look around.
Of course. You're welcome here anytime.
Hey.
Hey there. I hope I'd get a chance to talk to you. I'm Cersei. Nice to meet you. Say, you seem to get around. Have you seen any of our caches out there? Easy enough to spot. We mark them with a green cross.
Yeah, I remember that place.
Good. I was worried we tucked them too far out of sight. We stalked them anytime we traveled our usual routes, but we've been here a while now. I'm actually surprised you found anything of use. We don't have much to stock the caches with, and I thought they'd be emptied or spoiled by now.
Why do you ask?
I just wanted to check. You know, that people are finding them and making good use. After all, it was my idea to put them out there.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Thanks. I wasn't really sure about it when I suggested it to Fiona. I was worried they'd attract ambushes or kill zones. Raiders don't shoot at us, but that doesn't mean they respect us enough not to take advantage. But Fiona says it was worth a try.
What's your story?
Not much to say. Been around, I suppose. Haven't been a Nightingale long, and it'll be a short tenure anyway.
What do you mean by that?
All my 10 years as a doctor have been short. I was patching up my ma's scrapes for only a year before I had to bury her. Ran a practice out of our shack for 6 months before it was overrun by trigger-happy scabbers. Joined a caravan, ambushed after 2 weeks. Then there was that fledgling town up north. Lasted just under a year. Same story everywhere, and it got a bit blurry for about a decade. Point is, I've been with the Nightingales for almost 13 months now. Pattern holding. I'll be looking for another place soon enough.
Are you in danger?
Besides the usual? Only in a cosmic sense. Maybe I was extraordinarily cruel to puppies in a previous life.
I know how it feels to be the last survivor.
So I've heard. It's a special brand of bad luck, I suppose. Well, no, not bad. Bad luck would have been dying to the same fever that took my mom, or catching a bullet in some crossfire. I have very mixed luck. Bad for those around me, sure. Me, though, I just get to bury them.
Anything I can do to help?
With the caches, you mean? I'm not sure that's a good idea right now. Maybe once we can resume our routes, or at least set up permanently. Besides, you're already helping more than you realize, making the Commonwealth safer. I hope the caches help you out in turn.
Got roughed up.
Please, run me through your symptoms.
Actually...
Be careful of eating.
Diamond City is one of the best places to get proper care, but they shut their doors on those who truly need it. That's not fair.
I keep telling those idiots, you can't get superpowers by chugging glowing blood.
Need the key.
Attention! Security breach near Mutiny exit. Visitors and employees are advised to seek cover and remain calm.
it was like to come here before the war. Just walk to the library. Didn't have to worry about getting shot or chased. Must have been nice.
Hey there.
Hey, welcome back. I picked up the second beacon signal as soon as it activated. Nicely done. Mal is still working at the first site, but she'll probably be done soon. Then she'll head on over to the second. You ready for the third beacon? After this, there's only one more.
I'm ready.
Okay then, here's the next beacon. Keep up the good work.
Someone there?
No, nobody. You want my food down your throat?
You're all learn how Uncle Sam deals with common
Let's see what's inside.
Light him up!
Needs a hand over here. Away from me.
One way to look at those neighborhood turnstiles.
That's cool. Except for the stuff. Dad taught us at caravan stops. You know, math, reading.
What is it with that creepy bear helmet? What if that's the one behind that thing?
Damn straight. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna tell you fucking no
one bit.
Was wondering when you'd show up.
What the hell is going on here?
Was in the neighborhood. Thought I'd stop by. Truth be told, you and your partner left quite an impression. Was actually hoping to ask you and him a few questions. But as you can see, he isn't exactly here right now. In fact, entire town seems deserted. By the state of the place, I'd say there was some kind of struggle here. I think someone's taken your partner.
Do you know where he's been taken?
No. Why don't you search around or something? Maybe you can find the answer to who did this.
What do we have here? Nothing but scrap in here.
Busted. Damn. Huh. Bloodstains.
I'm a wanderer. They call me a wanderer.
Don't make me carry that worthless crap.
Broken. What have we here? He's over there!
What'd you find? A holotape. Huh.
He's over there! He's over there! He's over there! I see him! Suppressing fire! Avoid the tag! Oh, shit! Slick! Get the beacon! I need you to get back here! Fast! Damn it! Just go away! Shit! Shepard's down! He's toast! Faster! God!
Knock it off. Algernon wants him alive. Just bind his hands and get the bag over his head. Hey.
What level? I mean, I'm level 27, but I just got into the Institute in the main story. This is like a mod quest.
Looks like there's a message being recorded. It's not transmitted yet. I think I can stop it broadcasting. I just need to...
I can make sure it don't broadcast. Move, egghead.
What are you... Wait, don't!
Yeah?
Who kidnapped him?
Whoever it was, they've got your partner. Sounded like he gave back as good as he got, though. Maybe he's got more backbone than I thought. Hey, check out the remains of the attacker your partner took down. Don't be shy. Plunge your hands right in there.
Diamond City. It's a clue, but not enough.
It's something, which is more than you had a minute ago. Who does your partner know that lives in Diamond City? Because I'd say they're who you want to talk to next.
What's your take on Diamond City?
My take? They're resilient. You gotta respect that. But they're also insular. As long as they're protected, they don't give a damn what happens outside of their precious walls. Great green jewel, huh? More like a great yellow turtle, hiding its head inside its shell. So who is it your partner knows there? Because that's who you need to talk to next.
city it is.
Good. Now, I got some errands to do. I'll see you later, maybe.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Frenchie Jr. Formerly the best singer in the Commonwealth. They say the smells bring... back the strongest memories.
Yeah? Yes? Yeah?
Yes?
Yes?
Huh?
Yeah. Huh?
I haven't been to Diamond City in years.
You read the paper?
I'll tell you.
Damn sense.
Nothing's changed.
Hiding among us.
Oh, man. You're not here to perform some kind of revenge killing or something, are you? Because that'd be a real drag.
What are you talking about?
You know, because I gave up Jake. Oh man, I didn't want to. But pain has a way of making a cat talk. So, you're not going to kill me?
Don't worry, I can help. Tell me what happened.
It was the Gunners, man. Burst in, demanding I tell them who I'd been selling info to. Asking all about communication devices and pre-war tech. I told them. I said I don't sell information on clients. But they weren't looking to buy. Oh. Bleeding all over my suit.
Here. This'll make you feel better.
Oh, yeah. That feels much better. Thanks. Look, I didn't want to give them any info. But I've never been tortured before. I had no idea it could hurt so much. This cat couldn't hold out. I told them what they wanted to know. I told the Gunners about Jake. And then they broke my legs as a thank you. Is Jake okay? He's not mad at me, is he?
They took him. But I'm going to find him.
The Gunners took Jake? Oh, not cool.
I need to find him.
I can't help you there. I've no idea where they might have taken him. But wait. The tough that worked me over, I did overhear him mention a place. An old schoolhouse. Malden Middle School. But there's nothing there. It's just an old ruin. Look, I don't like saying it. Jake was my pal too. But if the Gunners took him, he's a goner.
How can you say that?
Gunners don't take prisoners. Whatever their reasons for nabbing Jake, chances are they've already put that hound dog down. Listen, don't go kicking the Cazador nest. Don't give the Gunners a reason to ice you too.
Maybe I can reason with them.
Are you serious? Gunners aren't exactly known for their diplomacy. What they want, they take. Fine. If you're going to go searching for Jake, least I can do is try and keep you alive. Check the file cabinet in my office. There's a few stealth boys in there, behind a false panel. Take them. They're yours. If Jake is still alive somewhere, maybe they can help you get to him. And if you come across any gunners, give them a knuckle sandwich. Courtesy of the Rod. Oh yeah! Oh, I think a rib's poking at my lungs. I hope you can find Jake. Good luck, cool cat.
Got some spare ammo if you want.